Hello, I'm David Thawley, and along with my wife Julie, we have been assisting our clients for over 30 years. Today I want to talk to you about an amazing product called Living Benefits. There are three types of living benefits. They're called critical illness, chronic illness, and terminal illness. Now these three benefits are part of a new modern type of life insurance. They're included in every policy that we market. Very attractively, they come at no additional premium, which means that the life insurance company doesn't charge anything extra to now include these benefits in their policies. First one I want to talk to you about is critical illness. We see here a list of illnesses that the life insurance companies would define as a critical illness. As we look at these, we recognize these are illnesses that we wouldn't want to suffer. We wouldn't want our loved ones to suffer these. But we also know that people suffer these every day. Well, imagine for a moment if you owned a policy that included living benefits and you were diagnosed with cancer. Well, you're now facing a health crisis. You're looking at chemotherapy, radiation, maybe even surgery. Well, the good news is that modern medicine is keeping more of us alive, but the reality is that modern medicine is also very expensive. And so the question is how are you going to pay for this? Even if you have health insurance, you're going to be saddled with heavy medical expenses. Are you going to have to drain your savings account, tap into your retirement plan, maybe even file bankruptcy? Well, you own this policy. So what we're going to do is we're going to file a claim with the life insurance company. And after they get your medical records and approve that, the life insurance company is going to write you a check. And so where is that money coming from? That money is coming now from your life insurance policy. What this benefit allows us to do is to accelerate the payment of a portion of our life insurance proceeds before we die. So for the first time in our life, we now have the opportunity to get money from our life insurance policy without having to die. Three things about that check. One, is payable to you. Two, you don't have to pay it back. And three, in most cases, it's income tax-free. The amount of money you're going to receive is based on several factors: your age, the severity of the illness, and the face amount of coverage that you have. I'd like to tell you a short story, a true story about a friend of ours named Johnny. Johnny obtained a $500,000 life insurance policy that contained these living benefits. And then unexpectedly, just 8 months later, he was diagnosed with stomach cancer. So he was now facing a health crisis, and he was also facing a financial crisis. And so he filed a claim with the insurance company, and after they processed and approved that claim, they wrote him a check for $344,000. Imagine that when that amount of money came into his home, he was now able to pay for his treatments. He was able to support his family. He was able to take care of his family. He was able to make his mortgage payments. This is an example of a living benefit check that saved Johnny's family from financial devastation. This is what we mean by a new modern type of life insurance in action. The second benefit we want to talk about is chronic illness. Chronic illness is based on something called daily living activities. Now, there's things that we as human beings do every day. There are 6 of them: bathing, dressing, toileting, transportation, continence, and eating. Well, if we were sick or injured to the degree that we're not totally able to take care of ourselves, we need assisted care, going to assisted care facility, maybe into a nursing home. Well, that gets expensive, and it's an ongoing monthly expense. Well, if we are unable to perform just any 2 of these 6 daily living activities, we can now again file a claim with the life insurance company. In this example, what they're going to do, once they approve the claim, is they're going to write us a check every month for up to a maximum of 50 months. So every month when the bill comes in for our care, a check is coming in the door from the life insurance company to help us pay that. The third benefit is called terminal illness. This is somewhat self-descriptive in that if a doctor diagnoses us with a terminal illness with a life expectancy of less than 24 months, again, we can file a claim with the life insurance company, and upon approval, they are again going to pay us a check from our life insurance. And again, we're going to accelerate that payment of a portion of our life insurance proceeds before our death. So we now have the opportunity to receive that money while we're still alive. I'm going to tell you another true story about a friend of ours named Cora. Cora also obtained a $500,000 life insurance policy with living benefits. And then tragically, 1 year later, she was diagnosed with terminal throat cancer. So she also filed a claim with the life insurance company, and after approval, they wrote her a check for over $380,000, and she received that money while she was still alive. And she was able to take that money and use that for the purchase of a home for her 2 daughters and pay cash for that home so they wouldn't have to worry about house payments for the rest of their lives. And then sadly, Cora passed away 1 month later. The thing to understand is that living benefits now provide us with options and choices we've never had before to protect our family, to protect our family's well-being. Get back together with the agent that referred you to this video, sit down with them and let them show you how they can provide you with living benefits that is going to protect your family's well-being. Thank you.